The Tai Chi Chuan Canon. Tai Chi, the supreme ultimate. It was born from Wu Chi, no ultimate. It produces both movement and stillness. It is the mother of yin and yang. Once there is movement, there is separation. Once there is stillness, there is unity. There is nothing exaggerated, nor is there anything lacking. Follow the bent and the straight. When the opponent is hard and stiff, and I am pliant and soft, this is called moving. When I am smooth and the opponent is not, this is called adherence. If the opponent's actions are swift, then my response is swift. If his actions are slow, then I slowly follow them. Although there are multifarious changes, the principles remain the same. Through practice, we gradually come to understand trained force. From understanding trained force, Jin, we can aspire to the highest level of ability. However, we must be diligent over a long period of time, as we cannot suddenly become an expert. Relax the neck and align the head correctly. The qi sinks to the bottom of the dantian, the region of vital heat. Don't lean to either side or forward or back. Suddenly conceal, suddenly reveal. When the left feels heavy, then make the left void. When the right feels heavy, then make the right distant. When the opponent looks up, I am still higher. When he looks down, I am lower still. When he advances, the distance seems surprisingly long. When he retreats, the distance seems surprisingly short. A feather cannot be added. A fly cannot land. Nobody knows me. I alone know them. A hero thus becomes invincible. Other schools of martial arts are so numerous. Although there are external differences, without exception, they amount to nothing more than the strong bullying the weak. The slow surrendering to the fast. The powerful beating those without power. Slow hands surrendering to fast hands. This is entirely due to innate ability. It is not related to trained ability at all. From the sentence, 4 ounces displaces 1,000 pounds. It is evident we do not use force to gain the upper hand. When we observe an old man of 80 withstanding the assault of a group of people, how can it be due to speed? Stand like a level scale. Move like a wheel. When the weight is sunk deeply on one side, then we can follow. When there is double weightedness, then our movement will be hindered. You can often see people who have practiced their skills for several years, but who still cannot change and turn. This leads to their being entirely regulated by others. They are not aware of their sickness, of double weightedness. If we wish to be free from this sickness, you must know yin and yang. When adherence is simply moving, when moving is simply adherence, when yin does not depart from yang, when yang does not depart from yin, when yin and yang aid one another, we can say that we understand trained force, Jin. As we understand Jin, trained force, the more we train, the more expert we become. Silently memorize, study, and imitate. Gradually, we will reach a point where we can do all we wish. Originally, it is giving up yourself to follow the opponent. Many err by forsaking what is near to pursue what is far. It is said a minute discrepancy leads to an error of 1,000 miles. The student must carefully discriminate. The Tai Chi Chuan Discourse. Once you move, the whole body must be light and agile. In particular, it must be linked together. The chi should be aroused and agitated, while the spirit, shen, must be internally ordered. No place should be deficient or defective. No place should have hollows or bumps. No place should be cut off or extended. The root is in the feet. Discharging is done by the legs. The controlling power is in the waist. And the appearance is in the hands and fingers. From the feet to the legs to the waist, all must be completely uniform and simultaneous, whether stepping forward or moving back. This will result in good timing and correct movement. If in certain places good timing and correct movement are not achieved, body movement becomes arbitrary and disorganized. This sickness must be sought in the waist and legs. Above and below, forward and back, left and right are all like this. In general, this is controlled by the intent and not externally. If there is an up, immediately there is a down. If there is a forward, immediately there is a back. If there is a left, immediately there is a right. If the intention is to go up, the intention to go down is there immediately. Or if you raise something up, then there is the intention to smash it down with increased force. In this way, its roots will be severed and destruction will be swift and beyond doubt. Void and substantial must be clearly distinguished. Each place, of course, has its individual balance of void and substantial. Every place consists of this one void and substantial. Every part of the body, in turn, is strung together without causing the least break. This Tai Chi it's like the great river Shangjong, surging and flowing without interruption. Of the 13 tactics, Pong, Lu, Jai, An, Cao, Lai, Zhou, and Ku. There are the 8 trigrams. Step forward, move back, face left, look right, and centrally fixed. These are the 5 elements. Pong, Lu, Jai, and An are the trigrams. Shen, Kun, Kan, Lai, the 4 cardinal points. Cao, Lai, Zhou, and Ku are the trigrams Sun, Shen, tus, ken, the four corners. Step forward, move back, face left, look right, and centrally fixed are metal, wood, water, fire, and earth. The fighter's song. Pong, upwards, deflecting force. Lu, sideways, deflecting force. Jai, straight thrust or palm strike. And An, downward push or press, must be taken seriously. Up and down accompany one another, and the opponent finds it difficult to enter. Let him attack with great force. Use 4 ounces to deflect 1,000 pounds. Entice the opponent into the void. Harmonize and promptly discharge. Adhere. Be continuous. Be soft. Follow. Don't break contact or resist. Cow, uprooting. Lie, spiral force or split. Jo, forearms or elbow. And Ku, back, body or shoulder attack, are even more amazing. When using them, there is no need to think about it. If you can be light and agile, you then can understand trained force, Jin. Achieve it inside a circle, not with hands and feet disorganized. Furthermore, the secret trick is, if the opponent doesn't move, I don't move. If the opponent moves a little, then I move first. Seemingly relaxed, but don't relax. Be prepared to move, but don't move. The trained force is broken, but the intent is unbroken. Songs of the 8 powers. The song of Pong, upward directed force. What is the meaning of upward directed energy? It is like the water supporting a moving boat. First, sink the chi to the dantian. Then hold the head as if suspended from above. The entire body is filled with spring-like energy, opening and closing in a very quick moment. Even if the opponent uses 1,000 pounds of force, he can be uprooted and made to float without difficulty. The song of Lu, diverting force to the side. What is the meaning of diverting force to the side energy? Entice the opponent towards you by allowing him to advance. Lightly and nimbly follow his incoming force without disconnecting and without resisting. When his force reaches its furthermost extent, it will naturally become empty. The opponent can then be let go or countered at will. Maintain your central equilibrium, and your opponent cannot gain an advantage. The song of Jai, straight thrust or palm strike. What is the meaning of straight thrust or palm strike energy? There are two aspects to its functional use. The direct way is to go to meet the opponent and attach gently in one movement. The indirect way is to use the reaction force, like the rebounding of a ball bouncing off a wall or a coin thrown on a drumhead, bouncing off with a ringing sound. The song of An, downward directed press or push. What is the meaning of downward directed press or push energy? When applied, it is like flowing water. The substantial is concealed in the insubstantial. When the flow is swift, it is difficult to resist. Coming to a high place, it swells and fills the place up. Meeting a hollow, it dives downwards. The waves rise and fall. Finding a hole, they will surely surge in. The song of cow, uprooting. What is the meaning of uprooting energy? It is like the weight attached to the beam of a balancing scale. Give free play to the opponent's force. No matter how heavy or light, you will know how heavy or light it is after weighing it. To push or pull requires only 4 ounces. 1,000 pounds can also be balanced. If you ask what the principle is, the answer is the function of the lever. The song of Lai, using spiral force. What is the meaning of using spiraling force energy? It revolves like a spinning disc. If something is thrown onto it, it will immediately be cast more than 10 feet away. Have you not seen a whirlpool form in a swift flowing stream? The waves roll in spiraling currents. If a falling leaf drops into it, it will suddenly sink from sight. The song of Jo, forearm, elbow, used in defense and offense. What is the meaning of forearm, elbow used in defense and offense energy? Its methods relate to the 5 elements. Yin and yang are divided above and below. Insubstantiality and substantiality must be clearly distinguished, joined in unbroken continuity. The opponent cannot resist the posture. Its explosive pounding is especially fearsome. When one has mastered the 6 kinds of energy, the application becomes unlimited. The song of Ku, body attack or shoulder attack. What is the meaning of body attack or shoulder attack energy? Its method is divided into the shoulder and back technique. In diagonally flying postures, use shoulder, but within the shoulder technique, there is also some use of the back. Once you have the opportunity and can take advantage of the posture, the technique explodes like pounding a pestle. Carefully maintain your own center. Those who lose it will have no achievement. Some of the 13 tactics. The 13 general tactics must not be underestimated. Make the source of fulfilling the intent at the waist. During the changing and turning of void and substantial, you must maintain the intent. The chi circulates throughout the body without the slightest obstacle. There is stillness even if there is movement. When there is movement, there is stillness. In accordance with the opponent, my changes appear mysterious. Every tactic lives in the mind. The principle is to use the intent. In the attainment of perfection, do not waste effort. Carve and carve again into the mind. It should be on the waist. Internally, the abdomen is relaxed and still, and the chi ascends. When the coccyx is centrally correct, the spirit connects with the head top. The whole body feels light and agile when the head top is suspended. Be meticulous and keep the mind on inquiring into the art. Freely contact and extend, open and close, and listen. To go through the gate and be led along the path, all instruction is necessary. Effort is unceasing. Cultivate the method yourself. Let us inquire into what acts as the rule for the body in all of this. The intent and the chi are the rulers. The bones and the flesh are the officials. Think and inquire, where does the final purpose lie? It lies in seeking longevity and keeping a youthful appearance. This is a song of 140 characters. Every character has a clear meaning, and there is nothing omitted. If you do not inquire into the subject in this way, you vainly waste kung fu, time, and energy, and heave a sigh. Interpretations of the practice of the 13 tactics. Use the mind to move the chi. Try to let it sink in an orderly manner. Then it can accumulate and enter the bones. Use the chi to move the body. Try to let it flow without hindrance. Then we can conveniently act in accordance with the mind. If the vigor can be raised, then there is no need to worry about leaning the weight to one side. This is what is meant by the suspended head top. The intent and the chi must be able to interact nimbly. So there is a delightful roundness and liveliness. This is what is meant by the changes, void and substantial. When attacking, you must sink and be completely relaxed, concentrating on one direction. When standing, the body should be centrally straight, correct, and at ease to deal with attacks from the 8 directions. Move the chi as though a pearl with 9 crooked paths. It goes smoothly everywhere. Transport the trained force like 100 times refined steel. What firmness can it not break? The appearance is like a hawk seizing a hare. The spirit is like a cat catching a rat. Be still as a lofty mountain. Move like a mighty river. Accumulate the trained force as if drawing a bow. Discharge the trained force as if releasing an arrow. Seek the straight amidst the bent. Accumulate, then discharge. The strength comes from the spine. The steps follow the changes of the body. To receive is to release. If contact is broken, then resume the connection. Moving back and forth, there must be turning over and folding up. In advancing and retreating, there must be turning and changing. Ultimate softness then becomes the hardest and firmest. From the ability to inhale and exhale properly comes the ability to be nimble and flexible. By constantly developing the chi, there is no evil. By using the curve to gather the trained force, there is more than a sufficiency. The mind acts as the commander. The chi acts as the flag. The waist acts as the banner. First seek to expand, then seek to compact. Thus you reach fine work neatly done. It is also said, first in the mind, then in the body. The abdomen is spongy. The chi is hoarded to enter the bones. The Shen, spirit of vitality, is at ease and the body is tranquil. This must be deeply engraved on the mind. Always remember, once there is movement, there is nothing that does not move. Once there is stillness, there is nothing that is not still. When moving back and forth, the chi sticks to the back. It amasses and enters the spine. Internally, it strengthens the vigor. Externally, one exhibits peaceful ease. Move the way a cat walks. Mobilize the trained force as if reeling silk from a cocoon. The body and the intent are entirely concentrated on the vigor, not on the chi. If on the chi, then there is stagnation. If there is chi, then there is no strength. If there is no chi, then there is great strength. The chi is like the wheel of a chariot. The waist is the axle.